following up with their customers. I would call the customer a couple hours after the deal, but maybe 2-3 hours, probably 3 hours. And obviously, if it's a night, you call them in the morning. But say it's a normal afternoon, I'm going to call them in 3 hours. I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Johnson, it's Evan. Yeah, I just did your paperwork. Wanted to make sure you made it home okay and that everything's good. Checking in. Hey, making sure you love the drive of that new C8 Corvette, man. I bet that was amazing. Because you know how many deals that I've saved from that where the customer says yes to the product and they know everything about it. It's all disclosed, even in front of their wife. Yeah, that's worth that $3,000 VSC, and that's worth that $995 gap. You go over everything, then they get home, and on the way home, they're like, man, do we really need that? Is it really worth that $5,000? You know how many deals that I've saved because of that? Calling them, hey, Evan, we were thinking when we were in your office, it sounded great and everything, but we talked to our uncle, or we talked to a mechanic, or we talked to so-and-so, and they said, you probably don't need that. That gives you a chance to rebuttal. Instead of waiting 3 days, the deal probably hasn't funded yet. They finally give you a call back, but you miss it because of the voicemail. You send it straight to voicemail, you're off, whatever it is. So then you show up the next day to work and they're sitting in front of your office with all their papers out of the envelope or wherever you put it, the folder. You know how it is. Instead of that scenario, you never run into it. You never run into that scenario. If you call them up a couple hours, then I'd call them up next week. I'd give them a little bit of time next week. Then I'd call them in the month or two, and then I'd follow up in around 3 to 6 months. It's not that bad. And you can print your deals. So what I would do is print my deals daily, or I knew who I did what, because I do 10 deals a day on average, 8 to 10 deals a day. So I knew what customers I had, and I'd just highlight them and go through. I know there's spreadsheets and technology that you can use, AI that you can use to make sure that we keep up with that kind of stuff, but I didn't have that back then, and I didn't think about it, didn't care. I just got the job done. So however you want to do it, I'm telling you, the follow-up with that customer is massive. The way that they, you know how repeat deals are. They're the best deals. They're the easiest deals. They're the most profitable deals. So as many of those as we can get, the better.